Unlocking family harmony. Jesus' secrets for modern conflicts. Do you ever feel like the simplest conversations at home can spiral into full-blown arguments? The kind where no one seems to truly listen, and frustration lingers long after the words are spoken. Now imagine this. What if there was a way to turn those moments of tension into opportunities for understanding, healing, and connection? What if the teachings of Jesus Christ, wisdom from over 2 millennia ago, held the secret to unlocking lasting peace and harmony in your family? Family conflicts are nothing new. They've existed in every generation, but in today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, they feel more intense than ever. Whether it's clashing opinions, generational misunderstandings, or simply the stress of daily life, finding common ground can seem impossible. But here's the good news. The timeless teachings of Jesus offer profound insights into the human heart, insights that are just as relevant and powerful in solving modern-day family struggles as they were centuries ago. By the end of this video, you'll walk away with practical, actionable steps inspired by Jesus' teachings. These aren't abstract theories. They're real tools you can start using today to create a home filled with understanding, respect, and love. So, if you're ready to leave behind the stress of endless arguments and embrace the peace you and your family deserve, let's dive in. The reality of modern family conflicts. Family conflicts are as old as time, but today they've taken on new forms. Misunderstandings fueled by generational differences, lifestyle clashes, and the constant buzz of modern life create a perfect storm for tension. A classic picture, a family dinner. Everyone is finally seated together, a rare moment of unity. But instead of sharing laughter and connection, the evening unravels. A parent criticizes a teenager's phone use. The teenager snaps back, and suddenly the table becomes a battleground. Sound familiar? Moments like these highlight a deeper issue, a breakdown in communication. We think we're expressing ourselves clearly, but often our words are misunderstood or taken out of context. And when everyone is focused on being right, no one is focused on being heard. It's a cycle that leaves families feeling more disconnected than ever. Jesus' perspective on human relationships. But what if we approach these conflicts differently? Jesus offers a simple yet profound perspective. Love your neighbor as yourself, Matthew 20:39. Now, think about this in the context of your family. Your spouse, your child, your parent, and they're your closest neighbors. When we love them as we love ourselves, we prioritize understanding over judgment and compassion over criticism. Love isn't just an abstract concept, it's an action. It means stepping into someone else's shoes, seeing the world from their perspective, and choosing empathy over ego. Imagine how that family dinner might have gone if the parent had asked about their teenager's day instead of criticizing, or if the teenager had shared why they felt overwhelmed instead of snapping. Love creates space for understanding, and understanding is the foundation for resolving any conflict. Jesus' words remind us that at the heart of every family conflict is a need for connection. When we shift our focus from winning arguments to building relationships, we create an environment where harmony can thrive. Jesus' secrets for resolving family conflicts. Family conflicts don't just disappear. They require deliberate effort and often a shift in mindset. The teachings of Jesus offer timeless wisdom that can transform the way we navigate disagreement. Let's explore 3 powerful principles inspired by his life and words. 1. Embracing humility. Jesus' teaching, "Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth." Matthew 5:5. Humility isn't about thinking less of yourself. It's about thinking of yourself less. It's the ability to let go of pride, admit when you're wrong, and put others' needs above your own. In family conflicts, pride often drives arguments. We want to prove a point, defend our stance, or win the debate. But what if we shifted our focus from winning to understanding? Application in modern life. Imagine this. A parent notices their child is upset, and instead of doubling down with authority, they pause and reflect. Maybe they realize they overreacted to a minor mistake. Taking a moment to say, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice," can completely change the atmosphere. That small act of humility can open the door to healing and mutual respect. Humility helps us approach conflict not as adversaries but as partners, working toward a solution. The next time tension rises, take a deep breath and ask yourself, am I fighting to be right, or am I fighting for this relationship? 2. Practicing forgiveness. Jesus' teaching. When Peter asked Jesus how many times he should forgive, Jesus replied, not 7 times, but 77 times. Matthew 18:21-22. Forgiveness isn't about excusing bad behavior or pretending nothing happened. It's about releasing the burden of anger and resentment so you can move forward. In families, grudges can linger for years, creating invisible walls between people who should be closest. Application in modern life. Picture 2 siblings who haven't spoken in months because of a heated argument. One finally decides to reach out, saying, I miss you. Can we talk? That simple act of forgiveness doesn't just repair the relationship, it breaks the cycle of hurt and silence. Forgiveness is a choice you make daily. It's hard, especially when the pain runs deep, but it's also liberating. As Jesus showed us, forgiveness isn't just a gift to others. It's a gift to ourselves, freeing us from the chains of bitterness. 3. Prioritizing listening over speaking. Jesus' teaching, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. James 1:19. In the heat of an argument, most of us aren't really listening. We're just waiting for our turn to speak. But listening is one of the most powerful ways to show love and respect. It's not just about hearing words. It's about understanding emotions and intentions. Application in modern life. Imagine a spouse expressing frustration about feeling overwhelmed. Instead of jumping in with solutions or defensiveness, the other partner simply says, I hear you. Tell me more about how you're feeling. That moment of active listening can diffuse tension and build connection. To practice this, try a simple exercise. In your next family conversation, set a rule that each person gets to speak without interruption. You'll be surprised how much clarity and empathy this small change can bring. When we embrace humility, practice forgiveness, and prioritize listening, we create a foundation for peace and understanding in our families. These principles aren't always easy to follow, but they're powerful tools that reflect the heart of Jesus' teachings. And they don't just resolve conflicts, they strengthen the bonds that make families thrive, building a foundation of shared values. Jesus' teaching, imagine building a house. Would you place it on sand, where it could crumble with every storm, or on solid rock, where it stands firm no matter what comes? Jesus shared this metaphor in Matthew 7:24-27, saying, the wise man builds his house on the rock. It's a simple yet profound truth. A strong foundation determines the strength of what stands upon it. In families, that foundation is shared values. Shared values, like respect, honesty, and love, act as the bedrock for resolving conflicts. Without them, it's easy for small disagreements to spiral into major divisions. But when a family agrees on what truly matters, they create a stable, unshakable environment where differences can be navigated without fear of collapse. Application in modern life. In today's busy world, families often drift apart, each member consumed by their own priorities. But what if the family came together to define their core values? For example, setting goals. A family might decide that their primary goal is to prioritize quality time together. This could mean committing to weekly family dinners, where phones are put away and real conversations take place. Living ethically. Another family might emphasize honesty and integrity as their guiding principles. They agree to always speak openly with one another, even when the truth is uncomfortable, because they value trust over temporary peace. Real-life example. Picture a family struggling to connect because of conflicting schedules and priorities. They sit down and agree on one simple value: spending intentional time together. This leads to a tradition of Sunday game nights, where laughter and connection replace the stress of daily life. Over time, this shared value strengthens their bond, making it easier to tackle conflicts with mutual respect and understanding. Bringing it home. Building a foundation of shared values doesn't mean everyone in the family has to think or act the same way. It's about agreeing on the big picture, what your family stands for and strives toward. When you align on these principles, conflicts become less about who's right and more about what's best for us. So, ask yourself, what are the values your family stands on? Are they solid like rock, or shaky like sand. Start defining them today and watch as your family grows stronger, more connected, and more resilient in the face of life storms. Creating a peaceful home environment. Jesus' teaching. Peace is more than just the absence of conflict. It's a deep, abiding sense of harmony and wholeness. In John 14:27, Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you." This peace isn't something fleeting or dependent on circumstances. It's a gift meant to be cultivated and cherished. In a home, this kind of peace transforms the atmosphere, creating a sanctuary where love and understanding flourish. The importance of a peaceful home. A peaceful home isn't just about quietness and environment, where everyone feels safe, valued, and connected. It's a space that fosters open communication, mutual respect, and moments of joy. However, modern life often brings chaos into our homes, from the physical clutter of possession to the emotional clutter of stress and unresolved conflicts. So, how do we reclaim peace in our households? Application in modern life. 1. Decluttering physical spaces. A cluttered space often leads to a cluttered mind. Simplifying your environment can make a big difference. Start by organizing shared spaces, like the living room or kitchen, to create a sense of calm and order. This doesn't mean striving for perfection, but aiming for a space that feels welcoming and restful. 2. Incorporating reflection and prayer. Jesus often retreated to quiet places to pray, setting an example for us to follow. Families can adopt a similar practice by setting aside time for reflection or prayer, whether it's a few minutes in the morning or before bedtime. These moments help center the family and bring a sense of unity. 3. Practicing gratitude together. Gratitude shifts focus from what's wrong to what's right. A great way to cultivate peace is through weekly gratitude sessions. For example, each family member can share something they're thankful for during dinner or at the end of the week. This practice encourages positivity and helps everyone appreciate the blessings they might otherwise overlook. Real-life example. Imagine a family where everyone is constantly on edge, rushing from one activity to another, arguing over minor inconveniences. They decide to make small changes, decluttering their living room, setting aside Sunday evenings for family prayer, and starting a gratitude jar where they each write down one thing they're thankful for every day. Over time, these practices create a noticeable shift in their home, turning it into a place of calm and connection, bringing it home. Creating a peaceful home doesn't require drastic changes or perfection. It's about intentional choices, clearing out what distracts and focusing on what matters. When we embrace Jesus' gift of peace, we not only transform our homes into havens of harmony, but also reflect His love in the way we live together. So, what's one small step you can take today to bring more peace into your home? Whether it's tidying up a corner of your space, sharing a prayer, or expressing gratitude, every little effort counts toward building a home filled with the peace Jesus promised. Real-life success stories. Sometimes, the most powerful lessons come from seeing how others have overcome their struggles. Here are a few inspiring examples of families who transformed their relationships by applying Jesus' teachings. These stories show that no matter how tense or disconnected things might feel, change is always possible when love, humility, and faith lead the way. 1. From resentment to forgiveness. A sibling reconciliation. Two adult siblings had barely spoken for years, their relationship fractured by unresolved arguments over family decisions. Each felt wronged, and their bitterness only grew with time. But one day, inspired by Jesus' teaching in Matthew 18:22, to forgive 77 times, one sibling decided to reach out. Instead of revisiting old arguments, they simply said, "I miss you, and I want to move forward." This act of humility and forgiveness opened the door for a heartfelt conversation. Slowly, they rebuilt trust, realizing that their bond was more important than their past grievances. Today, they're closer than ever, regularly spending time together and supporting one another through life's challenges. 2. Restoring peace between generations. A parent-teen breakthrough. A father and his teenage daughter found themselves constantly at odds. Every conversation seemed to end in shouting, with neither side willing to back down. The father, reflecting on Jesus' teaching to be quick to listen, slow to speak, James 1:19, decided to approach things differently. The next time a disagreement arose, instead of reacting immediately, he said, I want to understand how you're feeling. Let's talk when you're ready." The daughter, initially skeptical, eventually opened up about the pressures she was facing at school and how she felt misunderstood. That one act of listening without judgment became a turning point in their relationship. Now their conversations are marked by mutual respect and understanding, fostering a much calmer and more supportive home environment. Then, strengthening family bonds through gratitude. A busy family of four rarely found time to connect between work, school, and extracurricular activities. Their interactions were limited to logistical discussions and occasional arguments. One evening, inspired by the principle of gratitude and Jesus' encouragement to give thanks in all circumstances, 1 Thessalonians 5:18, they decided to start a new tradition. Each week, they gathered for a gratitude hour, where everyone shared one thing they were thankful for. Initially, it felt awkward, but over time it became a cherished ritual. They began to notice how this simple practice shifted the tone of their home, replacing complaints with appreciation. Their gratitude sessions became a cornerstone of their family life, strengthening their bond and making even stressful times feel more manageable. These stories show that applying Jesus' teachings isn't about achieving perfection, but all meaningful steps toward love, forgiveness, and connection. Whether it's extending an olive branch, choosing to listen instead of react, or finding moments of gratitude, these actions can transform not only our relationships, but the entire atmosphere of our homes. If these families can make such changes, so can you. What's one teaching of Jesus that resonates with your family's current situation? Let that be your starting point for creating your own story of transformation. Now that we've journeyed through these transformative teachings, it's time to bring them to life. I encourage you to choose just one principle from today's video. Whether it's embracing humility, practicing forgiveness, or prioritizing listening, and intentionally apply it in your home this week. Observe how a small step can begin to shift the dynamics in your family, opening doors to deeper understanding and connection. I'd love to hear from you. What challenges are you facing in your family relationships? Which of Jesus' teachings resonated with you the most? And how do you plan to incorporate it into your daily life? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story could be the inspiration someone else needs to start their own journey toward family harmony. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on future content where we explore more ways to apply biblical teachings to modern life. Also, consider sharing this video with friends and family who might benefit from these insights. Together, we can create a community dedicated to building stronger, more loving homes. Remember, change begins with a single step, and you have the power to make that step today. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward unlocking family harmony. Until next time, stay blessed and keep spreading love. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the key lessons from today. We've explored the power of love, choosing connection over conflict. We've seen how humility allows us to let go of pride and open the door to understanding. We've uncovered the healing potential of forgiveness, breaking cycles of resentment and pain, and we've learned how shared values create a stable foundation for a peaceful home. Each of these principles, rooted in the teachings of Jesus, can transform the way we approach family life. Family harmony isn't just an unattainable dream. It's a choice we make every single day. Jesus has already given us the map, filled with timeless wisdom and practical guidance. Now, it's our turn to take the first step and follow his lead. By embracing his teachings, we can build homes that are not just houses but sanctuaries of love, understanding, and peace. Thank you for watching, and may your journey toward family harmony be filled with blessings.